There comes a moment where you realize something has to change. Not because someone told you to, but because your soul is tired of watching you shrink. You're not broken. You're just stuck in a cycle that rewards urgency but punishes consistency. You've tried going all in. You've burned out. You've started all over. And still, nothing sticks. But what if I told you, you don't need to go big. You just need to go daily. That's the Kaizen way. Kaizen means continuous improvement. Small steps, small wins, every single day. Not glamorous, not flashy, but powerful, beyond belief. Because while others chase motivation, Kaizen builds momentum, and momentum beats motivation every single time. Most people fail not because they're weak, but because they rely on emotion instead of structure. Kaizen doesn't care if you feel like it. It just asks you to do one small thing, again and again. 1% better today, 1% better tomorrow. Compounded over a year, you'll become unstoppable. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You need to reclaim your next decision, the next rep, the next sentence, the next choice to keep going when quitting feels easier. Kaizen gives you your power back because you stop waiting to feel ready, you just begin. James Clear said it like this in Atomic Habits. All big things come from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single tiny decision. Kaizen is that decision, made over and over again, until it becomes identity. The greatest warriors in Japan didn't train to be perfect. They trained to be precise. Every sword swing, every stance, every breath, mastered through repetition, not talent. Miyamoto Musashi, feared, undefeated, deeply disciplined, once said, "You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain." Kaizen is one of those paths, and it doesn't require strength. It requires devotion. Here's what nobody tells you. Mental strength isn't loud. It's not always confident. It's not always brave. Sometimes it looks like getting up even when you're tired, showing up when no one notices, doing the small thing when you feel like nothing matters. That's where grit is born. That's where transformation begins. There will be a moment you'll feel like nothing's working. You'll want results, fast, and now. But Kaizen teaches patience. It doesn't reward the impatient. It rewards the devoted. That moment you want to quit, that's the most important moment to stay, because quitting resets the clock. Staying, even imperfect, compounds the gain. You don't need more goals. You need more systems, more rituals, more rhythm. The world tells you to chase intensity. Kaizen teaches you to respect consistency. Even when it's boring, even when you're exhausted, even when you're not getting applause. There's a Japanese proverb, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But Kaizen would add, and continues with every step after that. The gym gets quiet. The notebooks go blank. The energy fades. This is the death zone, where most people stop. But Kaizen says, do one more rep, write one more line, get up one more day, because this quiet effort is the doorway to becoming everything you said you would be. In Japanese culture, broken pottery isn't thrown away, it's repaired with gold. The cracks are not hidden, they're highlighted, because the break is part of the story. You're not ruined, you're becoming something stronger. Because of the break, not despite it, Kaizen turns cracks into craftsmanship. It honors the journey, not just the result. You won't always be proud, you won't always be confident, you won't always win. But with Kaizen, you'll always be moving, always growing, always becoming, even when you don't see it yet. Forget the whole mountain. Just take the next step. Pick one thing, one walk daily, one cold shower, one chapter, one act of kindness, one page of journaling, 1 minute of stillness. Then tomorrow, do it again, even if it's messy. Your worth isn't tied to intensity. It's tied to your integrity. Do what you said you would do, even when no one's watching you, even when no one claps for you, and even when it hurts the most. That's the Kaizen way. And it's the way you build someone you can be proud of. You don't need a new year. You don't need a clean slate. You don't need another burst of motivation. You need a new standard for how you show up, daily. That's what Kaizen gives you. Not just habits, but a new identity. You become the person who keeps going, who doesn't quit, who improves even when no one notices. And one day, the results will speak, the strength will show, and the world will ask you, how did you become like this? And you'll smile and say, I didn't. I built it, brick by brick, one step at a time. Now go, start small, stay consistent, and become unstoppable. And don't forget, always put God first.